And just when you thought you knew it all, I'm about to change all that. I'm going to give you my top 10 items to look out for that you may never have known sold on eBay. There's some strange items and some everyday items that you're probably going to have lying around the house. Anyway, let's dive straight in. At number 10, other people's old photographs. Vintage photographs, black and whites, stills, they could be of anything. At one point in somebody's life, they were just family photos, but today they're collectible, they're rare, and people want them for all kinds of weird things, and some not so weird. There are genuine collectors out there as well. But either way, when you see these things at the car boot sales, sometimes they're cheap. You can get big folders full. Pick them up. Do some research. Some, as you can see, are worth hundreds, some not so much, but they're out there and they can be sold on eBay. Number 9, pine cones. Pine cones, a gift from nature. You find them all around when you're on your family holidays or you're out and about doing whatever you're doing, walking the dog. There's pine cones everywhere. All you got to do is start picking them up. Eventually you will have enough of a bundle to sell on eBay. People will use them for arts and craft and home decor and all those types of things, but they are a free product if you're in the right place in the right time and you can collect enough. As you can see, some of these big ones sell for stupid money considering what they are. You're not going to find the biggest of all times, but at least a little humble bundle would still do you well on eBay. Number 8, junk drawers. This is a listing compiled of somebody's old junk drawer just spread out and photos taken, and people can make their own minds up and go from there. And we've all got a junk drawer. As you can see, some of these compile of vintage, retro, antique type things, and some of them are all of the same kind of subject. That doesn't matter. If you keep on scrolling, you will see people that just sell bundles of stuff. They put in the title junk drawer, and it is 9 times out of 10 this sort of stuff would consist of a junk drawer in your house. There's keys, little pits from Cornwall, there's all kinds of things in there, as you can see. And you never know, if you spread something out, you might not even know the value of your own thing. Somebody else might, and they may bid you to a nice sale. Number 7, egg boxes, egg cartons. If you're one of these families that use 10, 12 eggs a day with your family for your breakfast, your lunches and your teas, or if you're a bodybuilder cracking raw eggs down for the sake of it, you're soon going to end up collecting enough of these boxes up to sell on eBay. As you can see, some of the prices range from £3 to £30, £40 depending on the collection you have. But again, it's going to be one of those things that over time you're going to collect enough up to make a little listing on eBay and reclaim some of that money back that you spent on those farm fresh. Number 6, used vintage and modern perfumes and aftershaves. eBay have recently changed the condition to only allow new and new other perfumes. If you put new other in the title, generally you can get away with it. And I say get away with it because if you look at all these listings, that's exactly what these people have done. Women's perfumes can go from 50s to 100s to 200s, 300s, 400s and beyond. Gents aftershaves don't tend to command that much, still worth being on the lookout for. In at number 5, we have toilet paper rolls, the cardboard tubing from inside your bog roll. As with a lot of these others, they're going to take time to accumulate, but once you do get enough, you can make some money back. People are using these for arts, crafts and all kinds of things, probably feeding them to their hamsters and whatever else is going on. Toilet paper rolls, you throw them in the bin when you're throwing away cash. In at number 4 is a very strange one indeed, and it does seem to be dominantly America where these sales happen, but it's used scratch cards, lotto cards, losing ones, I would assume. People are buying these up in bundles, and as you can see, there are some nice prices considering the amount they've lost. I see these discarded across the floor all the time, and if you really had that about you, you can go and collect them all up. It seems that people are using them for arts, crafts and decorating walls and probably man caves and all those kinds of things. Doesn't seem to be many in the UK, however that doesn't mean you can't kickstart the trend. In at number 3, empty food jars, baby food jars, Dalmio, all those kinds of things. Stuff that you would normally put into your recycling bin or put into your black bin if you can't be bothered. You think nothing more of it. You've had your pasta sauce, your baby's been fed and the jar just gets discarded. But if you keep enough of them and collect them all up, you can make a nice little bit of money on them. Just look at these listings here. It's not going to be mega money, it's not going to change your life, but it's going to be enough to reclaim some money back from food spent that you would have otherwise dashed in the bin. In at number 2 is not so bizarre, but it is spare parts. If you have something in your house that breaks, your food processor, your blender, your refrigerator, if you're that way inclined, instead of just throwing it all away and putting it all in the bin, take out the parts. Take off the food processor lid, sell that separately. Take off the motor from the fridge, sell that separately. Take out the drawers from the fridge, sell that separately. If your oven breaks, see if you can sell the metal grids. There are all kinds of things that you can ship apart from these things that break and you would normally discard and throw away or leave by the roadside for the scrap man to pick up. If you can be bothered and you want to make the extra cash back, strip it down for parts. And this goes across so many categories on eBay, it is ridiculous. In at number 1 is going to be hard to believe, but it is true, and there has been sales going back 10, 15, 20 years for this item, and it is vintage, unused nappies, diapers. Mainly from the big brands, Huggies, Pampers. Now, the ones that seem to sell best always seem to be the larger sizes, and I'll let you try and work out for yourself why you think that is. I've been doing a bit of digging and reading into some forums about this item in particular, nappies and diapers, and trying to work out the way people are thinking and why they're buying these things. And it turns out there may be a few untoward reasons why people are buying these. There was also this nostalgic hit. People can remember the nappies they wore when they were a child. Very strange reasons. I'm probably going to guess there's maybe people out there that do them for reborn dolls and things like that as well. But they sell, and look at the prices. You can get hundreds of pounds for a single multi-pack of nappies. Now, there are certain ones that sell for more. Back in the day, 80s and 90s, I think it was Pampers or Huggies brought out this plastic technology that wrapped the nappy to keep everything dry. And as the recent times have gone on, they've scrapped the plastic for the environment, and now they're not available anymore. So people either want that weird nostalgic hit, why you would even care about that, or they are wearing them themselves for whatever reasons unknown. People are buying them and they're out there. If you enjoyed that, take a look at this video and see what I pick up in charity shops.